Give this man a stage. All right. Thank you, Joe and Marguerite. Love them. Our next speaker is just a one-man machine. He's building a huge business. What is it? They have I'll let him tell you, they have a kind of a slogan for their team. And I'm drawing a blank. I was going to use it to introduce him, but he's just killing it with EXP. And he is Adam Bailey from Wichita, Kansas, 20 personally sponsored, almost 200 in his organization. Help me welcome Adam Bailey.
That's it. Just do a movement. Hey, thank you guys. Give Brent a round of applause, Gene, everybody for this event. Thank you guys. 8 months ago, I was sitting exactly where some of you guys are at. I launched January 12th. I want to get some energy going. There's something I was telling myself when I was in Mexico in January, and I've been telling myself this almost every single day. And so I want you guys to repeat this with me because I was exactly where some of you guys were at. So if you want to stand up, repeat after me because this is exactly where I was at. Come on, guys. Whoa. Come on. Shut them off. Okay, we're back. So repeat after me. Now I am the voice. I will lead, not follow. I will believe, not doubt. I am a force for good. I am a leader. I will defy the odds. Set a new standard. Step up. Step up. Step up. All right, now we got it warmed up. One more time. Give it your best, guys. I want some energy in here. Now I am the voice. I will lead, not follow. I will create, not destroy. I am a force for good. I am a leader. I will defy the odds. I will set a new standard. Step up. Step up. Step up. Thank you. What's up, guys? All right. Yeah. So if you guys know anything about me, you know I'm an energy guy. I'm like, 5'5" with a lot of passion, a lot of energy. And I really shouldn't be with the EXP because of ego. And so I kind of want to tell my story a little bit and talk about ego and how I've had to humble myself in the process that I went through. 8 years ago, I was making $300 a week setting appointments as an ISA. I joined a team doing about 350 units with about 5 or 6 people. IDX feeds were just coming out at that time, and so we started building call centers, ISAs, and teams back in 2010. 2011, we went from 350 homes to 688 with the ISA model, and our business blew up. So us original 4 partners, we got together, and instead of splitting up and going our own ways, when you start selling that many houses, ego and, money, and, I had a good mentor. He's 10 years older, and he's like, let's just get an ownership deal done, and let's just take this independent brokerage on the road. And so I'm like, heck yeah. So we were ranked like 43rd in the nation at that time in units sold. I said, my goal, I was 27 at the time. I said, I'm going to get in the top 10. That was my goal, right? And so shortly after that, we sold 853 homes, 953 homes. And if you follow me on the internet or watched any of my videos, we've marketed as 1,000 homes a year type of guy, and it allowed me to open 4 expansion offices, okay? The last 9 months have been outstanding, been ranked 9th to 12th in the nation, and one of those spots on the Wall Street Journal in units sold from 2012, 2017. Well, if you're running a high-powered team with a small elite group of people, it takes a lot of energy. And I've been spending time on the road, managing a lot of egos. Your people were selling 70 to 100 homes. We only had 25 agents, 25, 30 selling 1,000 homes. It wasn't like we were a big broker. We were a small elite group. Well, our majority partner had not been working with us the last 4 years. And I woke up when I turned 36, and I said, we can't keep expanding the way we was expanding, is what I told our other owners in a corporate meeting. We're opening 1 office a year, brick and mortar style. It takes $70,000 to prove concept without us even making money. Generating the leads, finding buyer agents, real estate, putting the systems, branding, everything that we were doing. all right? And we were profiting over $1 million a year, and I was running the CEO model because I haven't worked in the field in 5 years. I've been focused on expansion. That was my one thing that I was focused on with our team. And I knew our model was broken, but we had all the awards, we had all the accolades, we had everything, and we were reinvesting all of our money back in for growth, right? And a couple of our other partners are older. When you're older, you want to take the money. When you're young, you want to keep reinvesting back in for expansion, right? And I had somebody bring me EXP, and I looked at it, and I said, I will never be at EXP, ever. And this was like a year and a half ago. But my ego, I just kept just ignoring it. I kept it there, but when I saw people I respected move over, I'd pick up the phone, and I'm like, what am I missing? Very first conference I went to, I'd only been in real estate for like 6 months. I saw Brent speak. I was just 26, 27 years old watching him speak. And so when I saw all these successful people I've looked up to and really viewed them as mentors in the space, I started to reverse engineer what's going on that I don't know, right? And so it took me a year and a half to break this model down. And I was watching Gene's video. It was like the 5th time, and I was watching this like 2 in the morning in bed. And he said, if you knew that you owned a Blockbusters and you knew Netflix was coming, would you continue to own that Blockbuster? And it was like 2 in the morning. I woke my wife up and I asked her this question. I asked her that. I said, hey, if you knew like Netflix was coming, would you still own Blockbuster? And she's like, no. Like, what is your problem? You go back to sleep, whatever, okay. And so the next morning, she's like, why did you ask me that question? And I said, because I'm going to convince the other partners to move to EXP because I think it's the future of real estate with the expansion model. And she's like, you're crazy. You'll never get that done. So I went to them, we ran through all the math. We built spreadsheets. We did everything. And they're like, yeah, I think we could expand faster, quicker, but we're not going because of one thing. It was ego. We're independents. We've been independents our whole life. We're sitting at the top of the charts. We're doing well. Like, just stay in line, Adam. Just keep doing what you're doing. You have what everybody wants, right? I just turned 36. I haven't worked in the field since I was 30. I'm floating around managing expansion offices. Everything's great. However, it took 8 years to build an organization over 80 people. And the way Brent has a giving heart, and he's impacting so many of your guys' lives and my lives, I felt like I could impact more lives than just 80, right? And so I thought that I would have just been bought out of my contract because I made my mind up. I'm coming to EXP if I can't get my partners to come, right? And they said you can't get out of your contract, tied to LLC. And so I said, no problem, just pay me out, right? And this is when I knew friends and business. I learned a lesson here, right? So I thought I would have been paid out, and I could have just came to EXP and restarted and took a shot at this. And they're like, well, you can't work nationally or with EXP for 3 years. I said, 3 years? I said, what am I going to do? Sit around on the sideline for 3 years and not, do anything nationally, locally? And so I went back to them. I said, let's revisit this, right? And my ego wanted me to just stay because that would have been the easy thing to do is just stay, keep pushing, keep doing what I'm doing. And then I said, you know what? I wanted to be able to collaborate with some of the people that I'm collaborating in this room with today, because the 21 frontline, I'm actually at 21 and just broke 203. I wouldn't be working with these individuals and changing their lives, and you can't put a price tag on that. And so I would have been cut a $385,000 check, and I would have had to sit out for 3 years. And I slid that check back across to him, and I said, just pay me the least amount of money just to get a transaction done. So I got paid $2 to walk away with a shirt on my back, my name, my energy, and the vision that I had to come with EXP. I have not picked up the phone and asked one person to get in business with me. Kind of get emotional about it. But other leaders, like Tierney, you heard her talk yesterday, and she called me, and she's like, what did she say, like, midlife crisis. She's like, are you having a midlife crisis? That's crazy. I've seen EXP, no. And I said, you know what? Come to Mexico with me. And she flew into Mexico, her and Walsh, I met them, and she came back a couple days after our event. She said, you know what? I don't think you're that crazy after all, and I'm coming with you. She was the number 2 team or number 1 team in her market center, the number 1 market center in the United States at KW, and she was perfectly happy. But when you see this in the collaboration piece, it's hard to unsee it. And so, for the 200 people in here, can you guys stand up real quick? Because this ain't about me. I want to recognize, if you're in the Just Do It movement, legacy building, stand up, guys. Give these guys a round of applause. You got to make a sacrifice. You have to be able to make a sacrifice. And if I could be in a different situation where I could have just paid $150 to launch with EXP, I would have done that. I had to get over my ego. I had to, to buy my way here and punch the ticket, and I'm happy. Rev share is optional. My rev share was $19K or whatever just this week when I checked in and checked it. But real sacrifices are being made because of the leaders in this room, like Gene, Brent, Sheila. We have a partner back here. He's going to do about 400 or 500 units. He was with Century 21. He walked away from 97 listings at Century 21 to launch with EXP. And I said, dude, like that's crazy. His name's Matt. Stand up, Matt. and Matt told me, Matt said, you've inspired me to get my business to where I'm at today. And he said, if you gave up $385,000 to take a shot at this, giving up 97 listings is easy to take a shot with you because of the vision, the belief system, and all that stuff. And I saw him a couple days ago when we got here, and he's like, yeah, I got all 98 listings back, signs and yards right now. So good job, brother. EXP signs, baby, EXP signs. When people ask me about agent attraction, I put a lot of video out. I've created Facebook groups I've been very active in. I'm a contributor. I come from a place of value, contribution. And so when I get involved with agents, I don't really ever bring up EXP. I try to find problems in their business. And you've heard a lot of value, lead with value. Empathy. And so I'm always looking for problems to solve in their business because not everybody's here for rev share. People come for different reasons: technology, stock, leadership. The rev share, I just figure out where I can solve their problems in their business with EXP. Okay? Being able to publish content and stay consistent at it, you don't have to be good or great. You just have to start somewhere. When I started shooting videos, content videos, value videos, like 5 years ago, I mean, they were horrible, and they're still horrible today. But at the end of the day, you're able to attract your tribe by leveraging video. And I think videos really helped me because I've never picked up the phone. I haven't prospected. And so I try to attract business into my life through an inbound way. And I was just talking with John Cheplack. If you guys don't know him, he's a top coach, and dude's awesome. And I was back there talking to him, and I'm like, when I get back, I'm going to come back to end this summer. I'm really going to make a big push to get to 500 because that is my goal. But as you can see, we have duplication going on, and so I'm available on Tuesdays for our people. We run leadership calls. We collaborate together. We're sharing what's working. The mastermind events that we're running, like Tierney talking about, 20 listings in 30 days. Just getting like 60 people 3 times a week to show up to those. And so we're just trying to lead with value and attract like-minded people into our business. And so that's kind of been my secret, is I just think the video and then just trying to solve problems like in their business. Like I heard Brent kind of mention it a little bit today, and it's like we're not even going to talk about EXP yet. I want to learn more about you. I want to learn about some of your constraints, what's working, what's not working, and be genuinely interested in people. And when the time comes to pitch EXP, they're going to be way more receptive to it. The other thing that I would say when I attract people, there's a core process, because I messed this up. Jeff is awesome, because when I went to Mexico, I've been an independent. I'm used to doing everything myself, right? I thought I was going to have to build these funnel pages. I thought I was going to have to do all this work and build all this stuff. And when I was in Mexico, Jeff just said, follow the plan, Adam. I said, the plan sounds simple. It's almost so simple, right? But when I was in Mexico, I had zero, and I just took 2 months off and been sitting around contemplating when I was going to get started, and I just saw story after story after story 8 months ago of people making 15,000, 20,000, 25,000. I can show up today and say 19,000 because they followed the simple process of the webinars and controlling the environment and just controlling that. So when people first called me, I would just talk about EXP. I'd be all over the place. Now I don't even talk about EXP. I try to break down their business a little bit, learn a little bit about them. Then I set a specific time that they're going to watch the webinar. Whether I watch it, I don't watch it with them, but I tell them, they're like, well, why don't just send it to me? I'll watch it. I said, no, because I want to be available, and I'm pretty booked up right now, and so I want to be available to answer any questions right after. So I'm going to ask for 2 small commitments. The first one is for you to watch that 30-minute webinar, and so you already made that commitment, so I want to thank you for that. The second one is look, man, I respect time, value, and money, so can you promise me that you'll call me back right after you watch it? You're going to be excited, you're going to have questions, and I'm going to put it on my calendar right now. They make that commitment subconsciously, they're going to call you back. 90% of the time, they always call me back, okay? And so you want to control that process. And then at that time is when you want to leverage your sponsor. So you have somebody in your network with a powerful story, and all of you guys need to be building your story. Somebody said, I think he said, facts tell, stories sell. Like, you have to become really good at storytelling and building your own story, and I would start now, but leverage somebody else's story. So when I had somebody interested, I hit Jeff up. Jeff spent countless hours on the phone with me at night, and I'm like, hey, can you jump on this call? Can you meet this person? And I had to learn how he positioned EXP, how he talked about it, how he positioned Brent, and I learned from him over the last 8 months, and now I'm doing it for our people. I'm like, let me help you. Like, just ask for help. This is what I'm doing. Like, if Brent's always available, I get a hold of him, and so I'm just trying to learn from these masters, and I'm just duplicating what they're doing, and it's simple. But here's what happens. It works. Right? And so to sell more homes, the other tip on that, run your CRM like a CEO. I see a lot of you guys with CRMs I get to speak with, but it's not updated. You don't know what's what. It's not predictable. And the lady before me talked about relationships in your CRM. And so actually cultivate and nurture those relationships, and don't look at them like leads or you sell one house. Look at it like, what's the lifetime cycle of this relationship, and how many deals can I do with this person over a lifetime? And so run your CRM like a CEO, collaborate with your people, train, and you have to be able to lead yourself and take care of yourself before you can lead others. And so it starts from within. Thank you guys. Later.